Good afternoon to my YouTube subscribers, my fellow lottery players, pick three, pick four website, to all my five dime players, to my Lotto Art members. What's up? Happy Friday, everyone. Hope everyone is being safe. I'm just praying for everybody out there, especially those also in Minneapolis, man. I just pray they be civilized. You know, you can always protest civilized. But anyway, this is about the numbers. Today I didn't do much. I was sitting back, guys, watching the news. But anyway, I took a look. I'm always practicing. So I looked at New York, of course, my state. And this is what I want to show you guys. I predicted New York. I want to show the technique using the pick three. So, using Lotto Odds. So I use Lotto Odds system, and I want to show those, if you have this system, how, I just put the knowledge of the game. And what I teach in my website that I have my Facebook group called Pick 3, Pick 4 Disciples, is where I actually just share my knowledge with a person more, one-on-one you can get with me. But with the video, I try to show everybody there's a way you can manipulate the game. Some people I know, my friends, are doing well in their state by themselves. I'm just adding, and hopefully I can add ideas to help you increase your chances of winning, and how you can, the more you understand the game, what you can use to break down 1,000 numbers and get it down to somewhere where it's under $5 in play and make a good profit out of it. All right, so let me show you here. I was looking at New York. So I started off like this, we're looking at New York this way. Here I like to look at the evening. I do both now, but I look at the daytime, midday by itself, right? So the number came out, of course, today with midday was 593. So I want to show you guys how I came about predicting it by looking at the patterns here and studying. But the main pattern I really caught was the in and out pattern, and I want to show you in the pick 3, pick 4 website right here. That's the curved lines here. This is where he has the chart. This is where I study at. I use, like you said, a lot of different tools. Like Dante said, brother, it's all right to come up with that winner. So here is where I went here to study here, and when I was looking at this, I decided to keep the midday and evening together and see it as one. And so when I did that, I noticed this. The IOI came out 12 times combined. So I know that it was very powerful. And I always look, if through my teaching, some of y'all may have, those that really study and listen to my videos, I talk about seeing the numbers as a pair, not as a whole, meaning 3 or 4. That goes for the pick 4 as well. See it as two numbers only. And then once you understand the two numbers, how they're running, then you can add your additional numbers. So with the IO in and out, I noticed that's 17 times the IO position. So 17 times that those sets of numbers have ran, whether it was midday or night. And if you was to flip it over, you would see, give me a second here. If you do midday only, this is what you'll get, a projection of. The IOI was 13. So it's like, wow. So that means that pattern dominated in midday by itself and in midday and evening combined. So when I seen that, I noticed this too. You see, let me show you. Oh, excuse me. I don't like the red lines in there. I'm using Firefox to do this. Now you see the pattern here? Look how it's been running. Now, this is not the reason why I chose it, but it was because of this, seeing that position, and the other way I told you when I first started. So I saw this, and I said, you know what? This is going to be very strong, and it's coming out. So I went here to the IO. I skipped everything. I've never used this pattern, this system, this here before. It was through David showing how he manipulates and used the system. It got me to start looking at it more deeply. So thank you, Sensei, for that, for your teaching and giving ideas. It's very creative. and he see numbers in a way, like he said, it's like a candy shop. I just love it. Well, anyway, so what I did was I went here and I just turned off and I turned on the pattern that I like the most. I thought about both, but I really liked this pattern. It was strong. So I said, I'm going with that. Then I turned around and I started thinking, low digit numbers, but because I did that pattern, I said, now let me go to the even and odds, high and low, which is what I do. That's what I basically mastered myself, I would say, kind of perfected it. So anyway, I get here to the even and odds, and while I'm here in the even odds, excuse me, my dog is laying next to me. Okay, and what happened now, I switched over when I study now. I told you I switch over midday to midday only. So when I got there, I noticed this. I'm looking at the first two, right? And so you have what? Even leading, the last two, and then before that, the last three middays was an odd leading. So I said the evens dominated for the last 2 days, but I said now it was all evens. And so I said, you know what? It's going to be an odd to lead. Okay, I didn't worry about how many odds. I said it's going to be an odd to lead. So I went here and I took out all the evens to lead. Left me with 75 numbers. So I said, okay, that's great reduction. Then I turned around and I went here to the low high and I started studying the low high. And when I got here in the low high, I noticed something. Look. You got on the 25th, 2 lows, the 26th, all lows, 311, and that's my house number 2. I have a house in the South, and that was straight, and I didn't even play it. I missed it. I think I had 3 something, 153. And then you got here another 2 lows on the 27th. So I noticed that. I said, you know what? It's going to be 2 highs. And you look here, look at the 2 highs. Look at this chart. You see why this chart here, this 50 draw current chart is very important. Look what it tells me. Just at midday, that 2 highs are dominating, and look what the last 3 days were for midday. All lows. So it's a high chance that 2 highs were coming. So I come back here and I got rid of everything that didn't have 2 highs, and I even got rid of all highs. I know it was possible. So I started to play the 32. So here I decided I had 32. I said, it's not bad. And I said, you know what? I wanted to go lower. And I'm going to tell you why. And I had took out, my winnings from earlier. So I start over so I wouldn't overplay myself. Plus, 5 dimes is, they're delaying in sending you any winnings. So you have to control yourself with playing. So I took some days off and just studied and watched the game. I did play some and didn't do well. So I decided to back off. So I want to tell you that I told you can't win every day. Nothing, that's not a guarantee. You want to minimize your losses, but maximize your wins. So when I got here, I decided to go lower. I wanted to go lower this because I felt like I really didn't do much when I took out the R just to lead, and I did the in and out. So my next step was I noticed this. Let me show you what I started looking at. I used every aspect of the game that you know. So I thought about sums. I said, wait a minute, let me show you what I noticed with the sums. Starting here from, you got the 16th, May 16th, look. You have the back sums, which they call the root sums, right? Is the number in the back. See 15, so 5, 17, 7. That's the root, the number. 14 would be a 4 root. So, okay, notice there you see the highs, right? Then notice the next one on the 20th was a 9, then 11. So you got 1, 1, 3, 0, 0, right? 5, 1. 4. I'm only looking in the back of the sums. So I say, you know what? There's all low sums came since, look how long. The last time a high sum came was May 19th. So I turned around and I went to the sums here, lot of odds sums, and I took out everything that didn't have 2-digit sums, of course. And in the back, it had to be from 5 on up, because all high numbers are 5, 6, 7, right? And I stopped there, and then I know the most sums, the average sums that come out in the pick three the most are, and I didn't like all highs, so I took out all the way up to, and I think I stopped at 18. That's something like that, 20, yeah. There you go. And I stopped at 20 and 18. See something? It was 20. I mean, yeah, I stopped at here, right about here. Oh, that's right. 20 was not in it because it was a low number in the back. So see all the low in the back are high digits. And the number there is 16. And that's how I won the winning numbers right here for New York midday 593. Only 16 numbers. Okay. All right. I hope this helps you guys, showing ways that you can manipulate using your knowledge of the game and using the Lotto R system or whatever system you got. You can take that knowledge there and to help you. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to hit every time, but you definitely have to, the more you know, the more you grow and the more your pockets grow. All right. I hope this helped you out. Be safe out there, man. Keep everyone in prayer. Please wear your mask, man, just because it's when you're close up to each other, all right? Peace out.